this. If you look at the numbers, just look at the facts. He won with the smallest margin of the popular vote since the 19th century. There was no coattail, meaning that it is a razor thin, and he's on his way in the first 100 days to be the most unpopular president in their first 100 days. Yeah. That is not a mandate. It's 70 years, man. It's in there.
Yeah, so you say that again, I think the point here that I'm trying to highlight, which is that the Democrat Party has not changed, right? They don't want to change, and they're solely relying on President Trump collapsing. That's what they're relying on, okay? And if that's what they're going to rely on, change. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have hope, because I don't think that the president's administration are going to quote collapse, right? I think that right now what we're dealing with are the remnants of Joe Biden's time. Okay, that's what we're dealing with right now. Okay, we're dealing with cleaning up the Democrats and the problems that they cause. And hey, I think is that a lot of this stuff is happening in the world. Okay, it is much better to deal with economic issues early on than, let's just say, like what it is. Because at the very least, it gives the president time to address the issues and to ultimately remedy the issues before the midterm, hoping, okay, that's the case. But regardless, he has to drive home that point doing his State of the Union address. So, hey, that's what I'm hoping to see tonight. Again, Democrats can deny reality all they want in regards to how the American people currently view the Trump administration and the mandate that he has. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Democrats at their own peril are choosing to double and triple down on the woke nonsense and saying that, hey, we don't need change. And they are just trying to rely on President Trump laying an egg. I don't think it's going to happen. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share a like, sort of perspective, please.
A guy just randomly came up to me and offered me a load of money for a gameplay video. And I was like, a gameplay video? For money? Really? That's super weird. Alright, shoot the guys. More troops. There we go, that's getting more damage done. Okay, seems alright. A few more troops maybe. Shoot those guys. Okay, we're going to get an upgrade. Nice. Ooh. Okay, well, we got them anyway, that's good. Get on there. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, so get rid of those guys. I've got to make a choice. Oh, just make a choice. No. Oh, just see. Alright, maybe you could do a little bit better. Try last one. How I did that.
Learn about crypto and get rewarded as you learn with Coinbase Learning Reward. We've paid out over $100 million in crypto rewards since Coinbase Learning Rewards launched in 2018. To start earning, just watch short videos, answer simple questions about what you see, and get rewarded. Get started today on Coinbase.com/learning-reward.
Is not reciprocal. We're going to try. We're going to fix it. The other thing that we've done is we've had an all-above energy. Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Headline, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, folks, the DNC is at it again. The establishment DNC machine is out here once again, attempting to gaslight the public into believing that Trump is somehow faltering, somehow failing. They just can't play the game fair. It's unbelievable. It's crazy how corrupt, entitlement, delusional the DNC establishment is. They lost the public's trust because of all these ridiculous games that they play, not to mention all the bad policies. And so all they have to do is regroup, gather up, fix their party, fix their platform. That's what they can do. And then promote something to the American people that, actually makes sense. People are on board with. This, as we know, I guess, will never happen. The Democrats, for some reason, can't just play fair and play by the rules. No, it's always got to be some sort of style. It's always going to be an information warfare campaign. And so I guess they're doubling down on all the fake BS that got them in the unfavorable position that they're at in the first place. Again, instead of regrouping and getting their crap together, instead of attempting to create a grassroots counter-movement, well, apparently what they're doing now is paying protesters to pretend to be Trump supporters and attend these events in order to sow chaos and discord and pretend as if the MAGA base is revolting against Donald Trump. In other words, same strategy that failed in the 2024 election, paying actors to be part of this whole hashtag Republicans for Harris nonsense. Yep, they're doubling down on yet again another freaking psyop. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the day. Alright folks, so like I said, the Democrat Party is the party of the Hollywood. Everything they do is staged or paid for.
Nobody loves to go to a Republican town hall meeting like crazed liberal Democrat activists. I have no doubt they are. They're being situated. But these people are. They hated Donald Trump before. They hate Donald Trump today, and they're professional complainers when it comes to Republicans. Look, I guess you could take any of these conversations seriously, and the way to handle it is to stand up there and calmly and clearly explain that we've inherited a mess. The American people have entrusted the Republican Party to get us out of the mess. It's going to take a lot of work to get us out of the mess. And here's what we're doing to do that. We're going to fix immigration. It's already happening. We're going to unleash American energy. That's going to be part of the reconciliation bill. We're going to have less chaos in the world. And that's what Donald Trump's trying to do by negotiating an end to the war in Ukraine and get the Middle East under control. I mean, the Republican priorities are not complicated and they're very clear. But let me just tell you, having been to many of these town hall meetings over a 25-year career in politics, a lot of the people that show up at these things are there because they're committed partisan activists, not because they wandered in, because they had some concern. I don't doubt that they are actual constituents, but if you think somebody that showed up with a hand-painted sign at a town hall meeting came in undecided, I got news for you. It just doesn't work that way.
Scott Jennings is absolutely right. These people aren't Trump supporters who are turning on Donald Trump. They're seething left-wing activists. We don't call them out-of-touch elitists for no reason, because they are, and frankly, they act like, billionaire trust fund kids who just throw money at every problem that they encounter. They're the most spoiled and entitled people on the planet. Donald Trump has amassed great popularity. He's created a grassroots movement and convinced millions upon millions of Americans to support him. He won a majority of the popular vote. He won.
Ever seen a military binocular lens with a zoom in? You're about to. Good, you gotta hear it. Have the eyes so there's this gadget developed with
A landslide election, and the Democrat response is, let's not try to do the same thing. No, let's just pay people to make it seem as if he's unpopular. Hey, you homeless person around the corner, put this Make America Great Again ad, and then report it TikTok.
Do you really believe that we're stupid?
Donald Trump's performance.
But the truth is, if you're a believer, you are stupid.
Vegas, elitist, out-of-touch people on the planet. It's crazy how they're repeating this stuff.
Literally,
This was not what we debated the last election, like I was saying earlier. Trump had a real grassroots movement. Shows up at UFC and freaking proof gets blown off the damn venue.
We're $37 billion in debt because of these people.
Huge showings. Because
And
people
these
actually
people
wanted to
robbing
be there.
them.
There was genuine support for him. And of course,
Yeah.
Democrats on the flip side, they took the whole route, right? If you can't actually convince the people to vote for you, or really if you're not interested in convincing people genuinely with real good policies and track record, if you can't actually pull a crowd to a venue, then just promise a Beyonce concert that's going to be totally free, paid for by the Kamala Harris campaign, and then have 30,000 people show up, and there you got the same headline. Kamala Harris pulls bigger crowd than Donald Trump, except it's totally fake, just like her little showing at the Primanti Bros in Pennsylvania, where the actual patrons were there were removed from the establishment so that Kamala Harris could bust all of her supporters and then do that fake cringe event, make it seem as if she really connects with the people, especially in Pennsylvania, a purple state that's got those common sense people. Oh, they just love Kamala Harris, except they were all paid friggin' actors. Unbelievable. They pay for support and now they're paying for people to pretend as if they're Republicans that are just so frustrated with the Republican Party. That's essentially what Scott Jennings was referring to in that video. He was actually talking about a claim that was made by Donald Trump. He posted this on Truth Social. Paid, quote, troublemakers are attending Republican town hall meetings. It's all part of the game for Democrats. But just like our big landslide election, it's not going to work for them. And I think he's right. I don't think any of this is going to work for them, because everything the Democrats do and say these days is just generally viewed as bad faith and dishonest. I mean, look what's going on with these USAID audits and whatnot. And actually, speaking of USAID, I wonder if USAID money is funding these troublemaker efforts at Republican town halls. But anyways, let's not get caught up in that tangent. The point that I was making is everything the Democrats do these days seems to be deceitful. Right? Why? Donald Trump wants to ban IVF. No, he doesn't. Donald Trump wants to sign a national abortion ban. No, he doesn't. Donald Trump wants to end democracy on day one and be a tyrant. No, he doesn't. And by the way, what happened with that claim, right? Wasn't Donald Trump supposed to end the Constitution and elections as we know it? He's been president for a while. Shouldn't he be a dictator by now? Isn't Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez supposed to be in the freaking gulags? No, of course not, because everything they do is lie. Everything is a bullshit propaganda, narrative, or premise. Oh, and actually one of the worst and most dishonest arguments that we saw during the election was that Donald Trump wasn't for border security. He spiked the border security bill that Democrats were trying to pass. The border crisis wasn't Joe Biden's fault for the Democrats. No, it was Donald Trump's fault. Yeah, how did that age? Not so well, huh? Now Donald Trump takes office, and border crossings go down over 90% nearly overnight.
I think Donald Trump is made so far on the things that he ran on immigration. The border is just this taking office. The border is effectively shut down. The attitude changed when the federal government effectively closed the border. Look at the people coming across. Look at the encounter today versus what was going on with Biden. I think on part 4, you're going to hear them talk a lot about the success on immigration.
I guess it turns out that Congress didn't need to approve billions of dollars from Taiwan and Israel to secure the American southern border. No, all they had to do was their damn jobs. All that had to be really done was the president change his freaking tone. All of a sudden, the problem solved itself. Democrats argued, again, in bad faith, that they were the party of border security. And again, when you think they couldn't stoop any lower, when you think they couldn't be any faker, any more deceitful, well, they shock you once again, now don't they? Hakeem Jeffries is literally still pushing the talking points.
What we've seen from the Trump administration over the last several weeks is just a flood of unprecedented extremism and a parade of horribles that continue to be unleashed on the American people. While at the same time, the Trump administration is not focused on solving the problems of everyday Americans. We're continuing to make sure that we focus on trying to make life better for everyday Americans. Fundamentally, that's why we were sent to Washington, D.C. We have to drive down the high cost of living. We have to secure the border. We have to keep communities safe. We have to protect our dreamers and home workers and families. These are the things that matter, as opposed to creating crisis-like moments when we should be coming together and demonstrating leadership for the free world.
Yeah, the Democrat Party is the party of border security. Yeah, okay, the party of open borders. No one is illegal. Borders are racist. Donald Trump's a racist because he wants to expel illegal immigrants. Yeah, that's the party of border security. The party that oversaw the worst border crisis in American history. Yeah, they're the border hawks. Everything is fake. Everything is bad faith. Everything is a lie. They are the kings and queens, the CEOs of misinformation. Everything they do is fake. It's always a friggin' psyop. There's always a strategy to deceive and then benefit. And even after this disastrous 2024 loss, they continue down the same road. I don't know. It's the boy who cried wolf. The law of diminishing returns. The more you try doing the same thing over and over again, the more people start to wake up and catch on to your behavior, and the more your strategy falls apart. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got.
All I gotta say about that, Dale, but like this here, we've been taught to be straight up fucking stupid. And as long as we believe, understand, have faith, and hope, we're gonna be stupid. So that's what they taught us to do. Don't ask no questions. Don't ask no questions. Once you realize that the make-believe nonsense literally stops you from using common sense. Common sense that you're born with. The creator within the creation. You're never alone. Wow. Brown men and women, women and men. Born with 100%. To know better is your natural order. How you allow someone to teach you out your natural order? I can't really talk because I was out of my natural order at one time too. But I'm just trying to get you back in order. I'm just trying to, gotta say it. I'm just trying to remind you. Yep, I'm teaching you how to think all over again. All over again. Wow. I'm Mr. Black. 48.